save thee, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy tabor?
No, sir. I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayest say, a king lies by a beggar if a beggar dwell near him, or the church stands by thy tabor if thy tabor stand by the church.
You have said, sir, to see this age. A sentence is but a cheverel glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned out.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanton.
I would therefore my sister had had no name, sir.
Why, man?
Why, her name's a word. And to dally with that word might make my sister wanton.
Thy reason, man?
Troth, sir, I can yield you none without words. And words have grown so false, I am loath to prove reason with them.
I warrant, thou art a merry fellow who carest for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something, but in my conscience I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, sir, it would make you invisible.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool till she be married. Fools are as like husbands as pilchards are to herrings. Husband's the bigger. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but I am as often with my master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and now pass upon me. I'll no more with thee. Hold, there's expenses for thee.
Now, Jove, in his next commodity of hair, send me a beard.
By my troth, I tell thee, I am almost sick for one. Though I would not have it grow upon my chin. Is thy lady within?
That lady is within, sir. I will construe to them whence you come, who you are, and what you would are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe the mood on whom he jests, the quality of persons, and the time, and like the haggard check at every feather that comes before his eye. This is a practice as full of labor as wise man's art. For folly that he wisely shows is fit, but wise men folly fallen quite taint their wit.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
Dieu vous garde, monsieur.
Et aussi votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are, and I am yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is most desirous you should enter, if your trade be to her.
I am bound, your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir, to enter.
I will answer you with gate and entrance. But we are prevented. Most excellent lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
That youth's a rare courtier. Rain odors, well.
My matter hath no voice but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors, pregnant, and vouchsafed. I'll get them all three already.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant, the Count Orsino, used.
And he is yours. And his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I beg you, never speak again of him. Why, would you undertake another suit? I had rather hear you solicit that the music from the spheres.
Dear lady,
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me, you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in a shameful cunning which you knew, none of yours. What might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hides my heart. So, let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not a grise. For 'tis vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then methinks 'tis time to smile again. Holy world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be a prey, how much better to fall before the lion than the wolf. Clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Fear not, good youth. I will not have you. And yet when wit and youth is come to harvest, you were as alike to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
And westward ho, grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. Feel nothing, madam, to my lord by me.
Stay. I prithee, tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
And think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you
Would it
be.
be better, madam, than I am? I think it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love, that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario! By the roses of this spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything. I love me so, that mock all thy pride. Nor wit, nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for that I woo, thou therefore hast no cause. But rather reason thus, with reason fetter, love sought is good, but given unsought better.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth. And that no woman has, nor never none shall be mistress of it, save I alone. And so adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again. But thou perhaps mayest move that heart, now abhors to like his love.
No. Here, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom. Give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Marry. I saw your niece do more favors for the Count's serving man than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her toward you.
Slight, would you make an ass of me?
I prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since before Noel was a sailor.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight only to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jests, fire new from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was bought. the double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off. And you are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt, either in valor or policy.
And to be any way, it must be valor. For policy I hate. That is leave me a brownest as a politician.
Why, then build me thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me the Count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it, and assure thyself there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will one of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go. Write it in a martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. If thou thouest him some thrice, it shall not be amiss. And as many lies as will lie in thy sheet of paper, set him down. Go about it. Let there be gall enough in thy ink, though thou write with a goose pen. No matter. About it.
Where shall I find you?
Will call thee at the cubiculo. Go. Go.
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him, lad, some 2,000 strong, or so.
We shall have a rare letter from him. You'll not deliver it.
Never trust me then, and by all means, stir on the youth to an answer. I think oxen and wain ropes cannot hail them together. For Andrew, if he were open, and you find so much blood in his liver as will clog the foot of a flea, I will eat the rest of the anatomy.
And his opposite, the youth bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
But look, where the youngest wren of mine come.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yon Gal Malvolio is turned a heathen, a very renegado. For there is no Christian that means to be saved by blood and right that can never believe such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered.
Most villainously, like a pedant that keeps school in the church, I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. You have not seen such a thing as 'tis. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he'll smile and take it for great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure and your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel did spur me forth. Not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a long voyage. Jealousy, what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger unguided and unfriended often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit.
My good Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks, and thanks. And ever oft such good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pang, but were my worth, as is my conscience firm, you would find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we satisfy our eyes with the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first to go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis home till night. Come, let us go see the monuments and things of fame that do renown the city.
If you pardon me, do not without danger walk these streets. Once, in a sea fight against the Count and his galleys, I did some service. Of such note indeed that were I ta'en here it would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew a great number of his people.
The offense was not of such a bloody nature. Albeit the quality of time and quarrel might have well given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took for them, which for traffic's sake most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not walk too openly.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs, the elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
Why are your purse?
Haply your eyes shall not find some toy you have desired to purchase. And your store, I think, is not for idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer then, and leave you for an hour.
To the elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow him? For youth is bought more often, begged or borrowed. Where is Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He is coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why? What's the matter? Doth he rave?
No, madam. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to keep some guard about you, for if he come, the man is entainted with...
Go, call him hither. I am as mad as he is sad, and merry madness equal be. Oh, now. Will you?
Sweet lady. Ho, ho.
I sent for thee from a sad occasion.
Sad, lady. I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood. This cross. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one, and please all.
Oh, no, man. What's the matter with thee?
Not black in the mind, though yellow in the legs. It had come to his hands, and command shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hands.
Thou go to bed, Malvolio.
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
I come to thee. Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great,
Huh?
some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee.
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings,
And yellow stocking.
and wish to see thee cross garter?
Cross the garter.
Go to, thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still.
Very midsummer madness. I would not have it miscarry for half my dowry.
Oh, ho, will you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me? Well, this concurs directly with her letter. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble sloth, says she. Be opposite with kinsmen, surly with servants. Let thy tongue take arguments with state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. And consequently sets down the manner at how? As a sad face, a reverent carriage, a slow tongue, in the habit of some serve note, and so forth. I have limed her! But it is Jove's doing! And Jove make me thankful! And when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow! Not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow! Why, everything is here together! No dram of a scribble, no scruple of a scribble, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospects of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he? In the name of sanctity, if all the devils of hell be drawn in little, and Legion himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is. Here he is. How is't with you, sir? How is't with you, man?
Go off. I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did not I tell you? Sir Toby, my lady, prays you to have a care of him.
Aha! Does she so?
Go to, peace, peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone with him. How do you, Malvolio? How is with you? What, man? Defy the devil. Consider he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Lie you and speak ill of the devil, how he takes it at heart. Pray God he be not bewitched.
Carry his water to the wise woman.
Bury it shall be done tomorrow morning if I live. My lady shall not lose him for more than I'll say.
Oh, how now, mistress?
Oh! Lord!
Prithee, hold thy peace. This is not the way. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone with him.
No way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
How now, my bawcock? How dost thou, Chuck? Sir! I bid thee come with me. 'Tis not for gravity to play at cherry pit with Satan. Hang him, foul collier!
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers make...
Oh, no, I warned you, he'll not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all! You are shallow, idle things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
If this were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
His very genius hath taken the infection of the device, man.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
Why, we shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come. We'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief he's mad. We may carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance, till our very pastime, tired out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him. At which time, we'll bring the device to the bar and crown thee for a finder of madmen. But see,
More matter for a May morning.
Here is the challenge. Read it. Warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
It's so saucy.
give me... Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note. That keeps you from the blow of the law.
Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief and to exceeding good sense. Thus,
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
good.
thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still you keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and may God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better, and so look to thyself. Thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Ague Cheek. His legs cannot. I'll give it him.
You may have verification for it, for he is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout me for him at the corner of the orchard like a bum bailey. So soon as ever thou seest him, draw. And as thou drawest, swear horrible. Away!
Nay! Let me alone for swearing!
Now will I not deliver this letter. For the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of a good capacity and breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. He will find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth. Set upon Ague Cheek some notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman, as I know the youth will aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Here he comes.
God save thee, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck. Be yare in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You shall find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard. For your opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is knight, dubbed with unhatched rapier and on carpet consideration. But he is a very devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3, and his incensement at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but by the pangs of death and sepulchre. Hobnob is his word. Give it or take it.
I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that put quarrels to others purposely to taste their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk.
Sir, no. His indignation derives himself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on and give him his desire. Strip your sword naked, for metal you must, that's certain, or forswear to wear iron about you.
I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense is to him. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Fabian, stay you with this gentleman to my return.
I pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament. Nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonderful promise to read him by his form, as you are like to find him in the proof of his valor. He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could possibly have found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make your peace with him, if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one who would rather go Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he is a very devil. I have not seen such a farrago. I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard, and all, and he gives me the stuck in with such a mortal motion. It is inevitable. And on the answer, he repays you as surely as your feet hit the ground they step on. They say he has been fencer to the sofa.
Pox on it, I'll not meddle with him.
Aye, but he will not now be answered. Fabian will scarce hold him yonder.
Plague
on it, and I thought him valiant and so cunning in fence. I'd have seen him damned or I'd have challenged him. Let's turn the matter slip. I'll give him my horse, Great Capulet.
Stand here. Make a good show on't. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I have persuaded him the youth's the devil.
He is as horribly conceited of him, and pants and looks pale as if a bear at his heels.
Sir, he will fight with you for his oath's sake. Mary, he hath better bethought him of his quarrel, and he finds that now to be scarce worth talking of. Therefore draw. For the supportance of his vow, he protests. He will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me! A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew, there is no remedy. The gentleman will, for his honor's sake, have but one bout with you. He cannot by the duello avoid it, but he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on, do it.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you, 'tis against my will.
Deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses I have done for you.
I know of none, nor I know you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude in a man more than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any taint of vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, sir, I pray you.
Let me speak a little. Youth you see here I snatched unheld out of the jaws of death, relieved with such sanctity of love, and to his image which methought did prove most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by, come, sir.
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good features shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind, none can be called cruel but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks or flourished by the devil.
The man grows mad. Come, sir. Away.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words from such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true imagination. Oh, prove true that I, dear brother, now be ta'en for you.
folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly. He has heard this word of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent thy folly. I prithee, ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, get thee gone. There's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give you worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand.
Now, sir, have we met again? That's for thee!
And that's for thee! And that! Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, or I'll throw your purse on the house.
This I'll tell my lady straight up and be in your coat for a tuppence.
Come on, sir.
Hey, let him alone! I'll find another way to work him. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. Though I struck him first, but there's nothing to that.
Let go thy hand.
No, sir, I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier. You are well blessed. Come on.
Clear of thee. What wouldst thou now?
Nay, then I must have an ounce or two of this Malpert blood from you.
Hold, Toby! On thy life I charge thee, hold! Who would ever be thus ungracious, wretch, fit for the mountains to the barbarous gaze where their manners were preached? Out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Brooksby, be gone. Gentle friend, let thy wisdom and not thy passion sway in this uncivil and thou unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear there thou how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny. True his soul for me, who started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relishes in this? How long is the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this is a dream? Fancy still my sense and let it steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Hey, prithee, thou'st be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown and make him believe thou art Sir Topus, the curate. Do it quickly, I'll call Sir Toby the whilst. I will put it on. I will dissemble myself in it. I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. The competitors enter.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Bonus dies, Sir Toby. For as the old hermit of Prague that never saw pen and ink very wittily said to a niece of King Gorbaduc, that and is. So I be Master Parson, and I am Master Parson, for what is that but that and is but is, eh? What ho, I say! Peace in this prison!
The name cometh as well. Good name.
Who calls there?
Sir Topus the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topus, good Sir Topus. Go to my lady.
How hyperbolical fiend! How vexest thou this man, Topus, nothing but of ladies.
Well said, Master Parson.
Good Sir Topus. Never was man thus wronged. Good Sir Topus, do not think I'm mad. They have laid me here in the hideous darkness.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan! I call thee by the most gentle terms, for I am one of those gentle ones that will use the devil himself with courtesy. Now, sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topus.
Why, it hath bay windows, transparent as barricades, and the clerestories
This house is dark.
Well, I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fall.
I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say never was man thus abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make trial of me in any constant question.
What is the opinion of this Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our granddad might happily inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of his soul, and no way approve his opinion.
Oh, fine! Fare thee well! Remain thou still in darkness, endeavor thyself in the west to kill a woodcock,
Sir Thomas! Sir Thomas! My most exquisite Sir Thomas.
Nay, I am for all water, sir.
Thou mightest have done this without thy gown. He sees thee not.
To him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou findest him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. If he may be conveniently delivered, I would he were, for I am now so far in offense with my niece that I cannot with any safety pursue this sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin! The jolly Robin! Tell me how that lady does.
Fool!
Well, she's unkind. Pardee!
Fool!
Why is she so?
Fool, I say!
She loves another. Who calls, huh?
Good fool! As ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand. Help me to a candle, an ink, pen, and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
How fell you besides your 5 wits, sir?
Fool! There was never a man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
But as well, sir? Then you are mad indeed if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have here propertied me. Keep me in darkness. Send ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise you what you say, sir. The minister is here. Malvolio! Malvolio, thy wits the heaven to restore. Endeavor thyself to sleep and leave these vain bigglebello.
Sir Topus!
Good fellow, maintain no words with him. Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God bless thee, Malvolio. Nay, amen. I will, sir.
Fool! Fool! Fool, I say!
Be patient. What say you? I am sent for speaking with you.
Good fool. Some light and some paper. I tell thee, I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well, a day that you were, sir.
By this hand I am! Good fool! Some paper, ink, and light. Convey what I will send down to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever a bad letter did.
Well, I'll help you to it. But tell me true. Are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
I tell thee true. Believe me, I am not.
I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains. But I'll get you some paper, ink, and light.
Fool! I'll requite it in the highest degree. I prithee, be gone!
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir, I'll be with you again. In a trice like to the old vice, your need to sustain. With dagger of laugh, in his rage and his wrath, cries aha now to the devil like a mad lad. Ere thy nails down, adieu, good man, devil.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me. I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, 'tis not madness. Where is is Antonio, then? I could not find him in the elephant, yet there he was, and there I found his credit. That he had ranged the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service. Though my soul disputes well with my sense that 'tis no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes, and wrangle with my reason. It persuades me to no other instance that I am mad, or else the lady's mad. But if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs and their discourse, with such a smooth and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me and with this holy man into the chantry by. There before him and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it whiles you are willing, and shall come to know to what time we will our celebration keep according to my birth. What do you say?
I will follow this good man and go with him. Having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Lead the way, good father. Heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. Yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A barbering vessel was he captain of, or shallow drought in bulk, unprizable, with which such scateful grapple did he make with the most noble bottom of our fleet. That very enemy in the tongue of loss cried Bainham honor on him. What's the matter?
This is that Antonio that took the phoenix and it's brought from Candy. This is he that did the tiger board when your poor nephew Titus lost his leg. Desperate in the streets of shame and state, in private brabble did I apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in the end put strange speech on me. I know not what 'twas but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to thy mercies, whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on basin ground enough Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ingrateful boy there from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did there to add my love, without retention or restraint, all in his dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset, where his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing while one would wink, denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord. And for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months hath this youth tended upon me. But more of that anon. Take him aside. Countess. Now heaven walks on earth.
What would my lord, but that he may not have wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, good my lord?
My lord must speak, my duty hushes.
If it be after the old tune, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ears, howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, my lord.
What to perverseness, you uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithfulest offerings hath breathed out? What shall I do?
Even what if he comes, my lord, that shall please him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptians pointed death, kill what I love. A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this your minion, whom I know you love, and whom I swear by heaven I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye while he sits in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe with mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love, to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund, apt and willingly to do you rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
There goes Cesario.
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all more's heir I shall love wife. If I do feign, you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I mean detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Where is the Holy Father?
Come away.
Whither goes Cesario? Husband, stay.
Husband!
My husband cannot deny.
Her husband, sirrah.
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fearest. Holy Father, Father, I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness, what occasion now reveals before 'tis ripe. But thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of the hand, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by interchangement of your rings, and all this ceremony sealed in my function by my testimony. Since when my watch hath told me 'twas my grave, I have traveled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time has sowed a grizzle on thy case? Or will not else thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell. Take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth shall never meet.
My lord, I do protest! Oh! You swear! Hold, little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon! Send the president to Sir Toby! He has broke my head across and given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help! I would I had 40 pound were I at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count serving man, one Cesario. We took him for a devil, but we took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman, Cesario?
Ah, likely, there he is! You broke my head for nothing. And that I did, I was set on it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword against me without cause, but I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
A bloody coxcomb be a hurt. You have hurt me. I think you set on nothing by a bloody coxcomb. You shall hear more. Were he not to drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
Has hurt me, and there's the end on't. Sot, did Cedric surgeon Sot?
He's drunk, Sir Toby. An hour agone, his eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue, and the passy measures paving. I hate a drunken rogue.
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help and ask him to talk coxcomb, and a knave, a thin knave of a gown.
Get them to bed and let their hurts be looked to.
I'm sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I would have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me. By that I perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we did exchange but so late ago.
One face, one voice, and two persons, a natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, good Antonio, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. Nor can there be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What name, what countryman, what parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too, so went he, suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
Spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I would my tears let fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcomed, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow,
And so had mine.
and died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
That record is lively in my soul. He ended indeed his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing, let's to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire. Do not embrace me until each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola. Which to confirm, I'll bring thee to a captain in this town where lie my maiden weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All of my occurrence and fortune since have been between this lord and this lady.
So it comes, lady. You have been mistook. But nature in her bias drew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed both to a maid and a man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be so, as the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy. Thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings I will overswear, and those swearings hold as true in soul as that orbed continent of fire that doth sever day from night.
Give me thy hand and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maid's garments. He upon some action is now endurance at Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of the lady.
John Larson, fetch Malvolio hither. Alas, now I remember me, they say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. The most extracting frenzy of mine own, from my own remembrance, clearly banished his. How does he, Sarah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at Stave's End, as well as a man in his case may do. Has here writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospels, it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam!
How now, art thou mad?
No, I do but read madness, and if your ladyship would have it as it ought to be, you must allow Fox.
Prithee,
I do read in my right wits, but to read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore, perpend, my princess, and give ear.
read it you, Sarah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you put me into darkness and give your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my office a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
She write this?
Aye, madam.
This savours not much of distraction.
See him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. So please, my lord, these things further thought on to think me as well as sister, as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on it, so please, my lord, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
A sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord, the same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Peruse that letter. You cannot now deny it is your hand. Change from it, if you can, in hand, or phrase, or say 'tis not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of this. Or grant it, then, and tell me, in the modesty of honor, why have you given me such clear lights of favor? Bade me come smiling and cross-guarded to you, to put on yellow stockings and frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people, and, acting this in an obedient hope, why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gall that e'er invention played on? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess much like the character, but out of question, 'tis Marina's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she first told me thou wast mad, and came into smiling, and in such forms which were presupposed upon thee here in the letter. Prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee, but when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour which I have wondered at. In hope it shall not, most freely I confess myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here. Upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Maria writ the letter, Sir Toby's great importance, and recompense whereof he hath married her. How with a sportful malice it was followed may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if the injuries be justly weighed that had on both sides passed.
Poor fool. How have they battled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. I was one in this interlude, one Sartopas, but that's all one. By the Lord, madam, I'm not mad. Madam, why laugh you you at such a barren rascal, you smile not, and he is
Gagged!
And thus, the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him, and entreat him to a peace. He has not told us of the captain yet. When that is known, and golden time convince, a solemn combination of our dear souls shall be made. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man. But when another habit seen, Orsino's mistress and Fancy's queen,